What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to Lockdown Universe, home of the bizarre, peculiar, and unheard of stories of UFO legend and paranormal lore. Welcome back. Happy to be back. Hopefully, you guys are doing awesome and taking care of yourselves. So, we got an awesome one tonight. We're going to talk about the New Jersey Devil. Yeah, and I'm not talking about the hockey team. They got an awesome name, the New Jersey Devils. But hey, check it out. This is a real New Jersey Devil, and we're not talking about something that's just been around for like the last 20 years. We're talking about something that's been around for centuries, and it's got history. I'm talking about Napoleon Bonaparte history. I'm talking about colonial history. I'm talking about pre-colonial history. So we're going to get into it. We're going to be talking about 1700s history, okay? So let's see if this thing is fact or fiction. Let's get into it. Hopefully you guys are having a great night. Welcome back to Lockdown Universe. So, where am I getting this info from? Tonight, we're going to check out the Atlantic County, NewJersey.gov website. Let's see what the government got to say about the history and see if we can't find some truth from the government. Boy, that sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? So, the story goes is that the New Jersey Devil is basically an authentic folk legend. Well, that's an oxymoron, too. These guys don't know how to write a goddamn story. It is said that a number of people have claimed to have seen or heard him for over 250 years. Wasn't that the time period of the United States? So it's been circulated for at least that long of nocturnal ramblings of a creature emerging from the mists of a lonely, desolate marsh. Sounds so mysterious. And as the interest in the supernatural has grown, tales of the New Jersey Devil have grown to blend folk belief and South Jersey history. Well, I got to tell you, there's been plenty of mobs and posses that have tried to hunt this thing down for quite some time. So let's check this out. To understand the New Jersey Devil, we got to first understand its birthplace. Apparently, it's a remote region extending 1,700 square miles across southeastern New Jersey. I haven't heard of anybody wanting to go to New Jersey at all. Sorry, was it the Jersey Shore guys? I like those guys. They're all right. It's actually a giant aquifer that stands in the dense white cedar trees. So this thing apparently has come from the mist, okay, right? Just sounds like a good folk story. But apparently, this thing has been around for centuries, for real. One of the most famous stories tells us of a place called Leeds Point. A lot of people used to call it the Leeds Point Devil, okay? And on a stormy night in 1735, a Quaker woman gave birth to a child during a thunderstorm. Well, you know it's going to be disastrous if it was during a thunderstorm. The room flickered with candlelight, and the wind howled. And some believe that she was a sorceress. The impoverished woman known as Mother Leeds was believed to have many other children, as many as 12. Some say the child was born deformed, and some say she was cursed because the child was born out of dire straits. The child looked normal, but then later on took on odd characteristics with winged shoulders, a large horse-like head, an elongated body, cloven feet, and a thick tail. According to the legend, the child was confined until it made its escape out of the cellar door and up the chimney. The Jersey Devil had been born. So apparently it was born, not some sort of entity from another dimension. It was born out of a human mother. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Almost as if the angels and demons came down to fornicate with the women of humanity in the Bible, right? Another story tells about a Leeds Point girl who fell in love with a British soldier, and then they found out this act of treason, and they cursed the girl, and then she gave birth to a child that was known as the Leeds Devil as well. So there's all these stories of how it originated, but what is the Jersey Devil? Let's get into that. So there's a famous version of the devil's deeds and what the devil is. Tales of the devil's exploits abound plentifully. He has taken on a variety of forms. Crops have failed where he has been seen. Cows have stopped giving milk, and droughts have ensued where he's been witnessed. He's blown the tops off of trees, boiled streams, and he was blamed on all kinds of loss of livestock. Some believe the Jersey Devil appears every 7 years. Some believe that he has foreshadowed disaster and foretold of war. The sightings of the devil have been seen by a lot of prominent citizens, including none other than Mr. Bonaparte. But some of these have been businessmen, postal service, policemen, all kinds. Commodore Stephen Decatur was an American naval hero in the early 19th century. According to legend, he visited the Hanover Mill Works to inspect his cannonballs being forged. And while there, he visited a firing range and sighted a flying creature flapping its wings. Could you imagine seeing a goddamn dragon while you're out there in the, 1800s shooting and examining your cannonballs, and there's a dragon flying in the sky? Not only are you fighting for your freedom, you're fighting for your life against these dragons in the sky. He fired a cannonball directly upon it, and it had no effect on this creature, and it flew away. Wow, well, some might think that might be a dinosaur ghost, right? Like in the movie Men Who Stare at Goats, who thought that Nessie was a dinosaur ghost that just swims around in the Loch Ness area. Now, Joseph Bonaparte, brother of Napoleon Bonaparte and former king of Spain, was reported to have seen the devil as well. The incident took place in Bordentown, New Jersey, while he was game hunting in the nearby woods, and there was also the infamous Captain Kidd, who reported to have buried his treasure in Barganot Bay. Legend has it he beheaded one of his own men to guard forever this buried treasure. Could you imagine? Hey guy, come here. I want you to save this buried treasure for all time. Cut your head off. Now you can save it for all time. Accounts claim that the headless pirate and the New Jersey Devil became friends and were seen in the evenings walking along the Atlantic in nearby marshlands. How romantic. And in Clayton, New Jersey, the devil was chased by a posse to the edge of a wooded area, and the devil fled into the woods. The posse was afraid to pursue him. They halted and declared, "If you're the devil, rattle your chains." The devil's tastes vary, and he's been seen cavorting at sea with a mermaid in 1870, interestingly enough. He's been reputed to have had ham and egg breakfast with a Republican, Judge French, but the devil's not known to have specific political leanings. Wow, isn't that interesting? Some of us out here might think that the devil does have some political leanings. The sightings range from New Jersey all the way to the New York border to Trenton. There's been 30 sightings in a 1-week period of the devil sailing across the Delaware River. So what's the theory? After the 1909 appearances, the scientific community was asked for possible explanations. Let's find out what this devil really is, and let's put some scientific specs on it. Reportedly, the science professors from Philadelphia and experts from the Smithsonian Institute thought that the devil could be a prehistoric creature from the Jurassic period. Interestingly enough, that would be a what? Probably a dragon or a pterodactyl type being. Had the creature survived in nearby limestone caves? Was it a pterodactyl or a Paleosaurus? New York scientists thought it might be a marsupial carnivore. Was it extinct? Was it possibly an extinct fissiped? I don't even know what a fissiped is. However, the Academy of Natural Sciences in Philadelphia could not locate any record of a living of dead species, maybe a living or dead species resembling the New Jersey Devil. The search was on, though, because the Philadelphia Zoo offered a $10,000 reward back then. Man, that's a lot of money for the devil's capture. The reward remains uncollected. Animal trainers were also tasked with trying to find this creature, and for publicity purposes, they created their own devil. You gotta love it when the government just comes out and says, "Hey, we caught him." Like government Fife Symington of Arizona, saying that he caught the guys that were flying the Phoenix Lights, bringing out that alien out. These guys in the Arch Street Museum for Philadelphia and the zoo decided to paint a kangaroo with green stripes, adding a set of false wings. That'd be terrifying in its own right. A later theory was, could it be some other creatures that were well known? Not really. Couldn't figure it out. Couldn't figure it out at all. So what about today? Where do we stand with the New Jersey Devil today? Since the early industrial days of iron ore, southern New Jersey has had some remarkable activity. They've had all kinds of things from McGuire Air Force Base be developed to Fort Dix. Atlantic City is there now, Jersey Shore. There's a whole bunch of prominent areas, so there must be a whole bunch of sightings of the devil somewhere, right? This Jersey Devil is not a devil so much, it's more of a dragon. In 1939, there was also a official state demon named, and they named it the New Jersey Devil. So they've had this creature be their state demon, their official state demon. I didn't know there were official state demons. Named back in 1939 as the Devil. And that's why you got your New Jersey Devils for your hockey team. But legend has it that the New Jersey Devil will not die. He has been exorcised, electrocuted, shot, incinerated, and declared officially dead and declared officially foolish. Interestingly enough, although many people state, including the governor of the state, that twice this is a quote, when I was a boy, I was never threatened with the boogeyman. We were threatened with the Jersey Devil. Morning, noon, and night. He had his own stories that emerged from the mists of the Pine Barrens itself to tell its own story. Interesting. So when we do a little bit more research on this, we see that the New Jersey Devil bears a lot of resemblance to what we're seeing in Chicago and New York and in other cities where they're seeing Mothman-like activity. Mothman really isn't that much different than the New Jersey Devil. Both are winged, both have tails, both have horns, both have red eyes, both have been stated to have been being present before some sort of negative event, some maladaptive event. These guys the Jersey Devil is also likened to other famous entities such as Sasquatch, Goatman, Dover Demon, Pope Lick Monster, and the Belled Buzzard. The Pope Lick Monster. I gotta see what this thing is, man. Okay, this thing isn't really quite the same. The Pope Lick Monster, colloquially known as the Goat Man, is a legendary part man, part goat, part sheep creature reported to live beneath a railroad trestle bridge over Pope Lick Creek in Louisville, Kentucky. Well, I've been to Louisville, Kentucky. I like Louisville, but I did not see the Goat Man. But I wasn't there that long. Maybe you got to stay longer than a day. So, if he hung out at the Louisville Slugger Museum, maybe I would have seen him. I did see a stand-up image of Derek Jeter while I was there. No, he's not the Goat Man. He is a dragon-like entity. And what's really interesting to me, and as a side note to this, is that the reports of Randy Kramer or other entities where they state that Emery Smith, these guys that have talked about these pterodactyl-like creatures that are working with our government on the 7th floor below ground level or 8th floor or 9th floor below ground level at S4 which is a secret base, S2, which is a secret base, Dulce base, which is a secret base. They call these deep underground military bases. And these entities are associated with high wisdom, high spiritual questions that humanity needs answers to, and how to release information and how to gather more information. The levels above that are less and less spiritual. They're more scientific. They work on psychic and cognitive abilities. They work on hybrid mutations in the higher levels. But the deeper and deeper you go, the closer you get to more of a spiritual nature of these entities and solving mysteries that humanity has been trying to solve for centuries. Could probably be easily solved if we just asked the Native Americans a little bit more insight. But, such is the plight of those who choose to not engage the Native Americans. We need to engage the Native Americans and ask them for their help in communicating with these beings, as well as finding more information about our spiritual past and our spiritual future, because that's super important. I think that these New Jersey devils, get, these entities, the Mothman, they just get a whole bunch of bad names and bad raps. And I think that it's hard to take them seriously when we give them these ridiculous names. If we were to just give them names that made sense and were a little bit less derogatory, then I think we could take them a little bit more seriously and ask some more real philosophical questions like, why is humanity here? Why are you here? Where do you come from? What is life like on your planet? And how do we develop our planet spiritually, physically, emotionally? And I think maybe that's why they make their appearances, and maybe they're trying to find people who are interested in these types of experiences, or maybe they are just popping up in these areas to create an experience for us to experience, to engage and enlighten ourselves. Who knows? The mystery will continue until we find out the truth in the end of time, until we meet this mysterious New Jersey devil. But in the spirit of the New Jersey devil, shall we play a little Running with the Devil? We'll run with the Jersey Devil. I hope you guys have a great night. I hope you guys take care of yourself spiritually, physically, emotionally. I hope you guys follow through on your hobbies and your goals and your dreams, whatever they may be. And as always, continue to question the universe around you. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your loved ones. And please, like, follow, share, subscribe. Love you guys. Take care. And hopefully you don't see any red eyes following you down a dark alley. Take care of yourselves. Lockdown Universe out. Peace.